Alright guys, today I'm going to set up my Sena intercom Bluetooth system in my Bell mx-9 Adventure. Recording this on my Ray-Ban stories, so it's going to be in kind of 30-second increments, but I'll try to make it as smooth as possible. Yeah, first thing I like to do, take off the visor. That way there's no chance of scratching it. Alright, next thing we're going to do, keep something soft down there so we don't scratch the helmet. You got these pads, these cheek pads. These got to come out. And sometimes this has to come out, sometimes you can fish it between. But we'll start by popping off these. Usually got little plastic tabs in here. Let's just snap like that. Your strap will come through. One more snap in here. And that comes out. Let's get the other side. Next thing, we're going to pull the top liner out, same way. Got a couple snaps. Oof, these things can be a little challenge sometimes. Okay. Those. So, once you get this pulled out of the way, that gives you full access to the inside. You can see there is little ear pockets here. That's where we're going to stick the Velcro. So we'll get those in there. So this is I had this installed on my other helmet instead of buying another one. I peeled it off, put some new double-sided tape on these. I did have some original stuff, but for these here I just use regular Velcro. Alright, let's get the speakers in. Alright, so to see with the speakers, you have a long one and a short one. Now your shorter one's going to go to the left side of your helmet, because that's where your controls are. So we'll just stick this right here. And the other one will come on through. Stick that over here. And that wire will just kind of rest down in there. For now, we're just going to tuck this kind of in here. For now, we might have to move things, pull things around. But for now, that'll be kind of tucked up out of the way. Put this back down. Now let's get the mic set up. Next we're going to get the mic in here. So we want to put it somewhere around here on the side. You don't want to interfere with these tabs, the locking spots. You kind of also want to avoid the vents. You can kind of turn these, kind of cut down the wind noise. Sometimes you have to move these around a few times to get them right. But this seems to be like a good spot, so we'll give this a shot. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to set up the actual unit itself. Set up on the left side of your helmet, so it's on your clutch side. Could just cover up that logo completely with it. Yeah, that seems good. Perfect. So, Alright, now that we get the speakers in, the mic on, the unit on, we're going to set up the battery pack. Typically that sits somewhere in the back here. You want to have it so the wire can kind of get tucked in, run back through, and then work its way up to here. So usually kind of anywhere in the center is usually pretty good. You do want to kind of tape over this too, because when you set your helmet down it can kind of fray that wire. So I think I'm going to go slightly to the right of the DOT tag, just in case I ride in a state where that's required. So I think that'll probably look good right there. Yeah, let's do that. Oop, want to knock whiskey over. Alright, we're going to run the wire into the back and around. Put that in. I think we can probably safely snap this back in. These you really got to give them a good squeeze. There we go, that's in. Now we just got to wire it all in. So you got a couple plugs. Get your primary plug, your speaker plug, or your mic plug, and your speaker plug. Alright, so we got your battery wire here. Plug this guy in. Go right here. You got your big guy for your speakers. And then finally your mic boom. Try to keep this as untangled as possible. Alright, now it's time to put the pads back in. So these things, same snaps. Take a little bit of effort, but they'll snap in. Okay. So that's it. I do have another mic to set up with my GoPro, but that'll be for another day. For now, it's just the Sena. This is where things can get a little complicated because you have all this wire, and you gotta kind of tuck it in neat where it's out of the way, but also not interfering. Like, you don't want to put your helmet on and feel like a ball of wires and a mess of stuff. So this could also take a couple, trial and error setups to find the right spot for it. Typically you can kind of wrap things around the ear, speaker area, because the ear openings are usually fairly, hide a lot of that right inside here. So that seems kind of large there. And your power wire you can usually tuck inside here. Alright, now we got all this wrapped around, tucked in semi-neat. Try to get this speaker cover, or this earpiece in. Once again, takes a bit of squeezing to get these in. That will go below. a rope off. Keep it in place. Like I said, it could be some trial and error to get these things right. You might get wind noise. There we go. And the final one. There. Alright. Then once everything's in, wires are all nice and neat. You want to give it a test fit and make sure everything fits right and it's comfortable. Alright, now it's on. You go ahead and test everything. Both speakers working. I don't feel any tight spots. I don't feel any wires anywhere. It's all good to go. Alright. Now that everything's all there, get the mask visor back on. Put the peak back on. Now it's ready for action. Alright, thanks for watching. See ya.